Hello everyone and welcome to this video about the 10+1 things you absolutely need to carry with yourself if you want to be prepared for anything when you're a YouTuber. Number one thing you need is a camera. It doesn't have to be a DSLR, it could be a point and shoot, it could be your phone if it does good quality video. But if you really want to be prepared for everything, then you need a DSLR, you need a point and shoot, and you need your phone. I don't want to get into it, there's a ton of videos about what to choose, what not to choose, why. I think it's just a religious war. There's no such thing as the best camera ever. There are cameras and gear tailored for you, tailored for someone else. What works for you might not work for someone else and vice versa. So don't really get lost in it. Just go to a store, try a couple, see which one fits you best. I'm going to upload a list of must-haves in a camera when you're trying to vlog in a later video. So number 2 is the Joby's GorillaPod. I recommend you get this largest one, especially if you have a DSLR. It's worth the money, you should really spend on it because this will stay with you for life and the usage of it is very, very versatile. I mean, you can use it as a normal tripod, like you can do whatever, but I've put this on railing, ladders, rocks, boats, street lamps, people, another tripod, on my couch, on my oven, on my kitchen cabinet. Literally, I put this everywhere possible and it holds, it grips, it stays, and it can keep a DSLR up to 5 kilograms, which is a lot. Even if you have a lot of gear on your camera, this guy will support it. I recommend getting the X ball head as well, because once you morph this up to something, then you want to be able to adjust the tilt and the pan of your camera. So this is the Joby GorillaPod and the Joby X ball head. Get it, because this will be worth it. Number 3, you're going to laugh at this, but believe me, this is worth it. Again, same brand, it's a Joby GorillaPod, but it's extremely tiny. Now, why do you want this, you may ask? Well, for one, it can hold your point and shoot, and I think even the lighter DSLRs it can support. Other good thing about it is it's very short, so you don't need like a huge tripod, and you can put it on tables, you can put it on anything. But the coolest thing about this little guy is not its size, it's not its support, it's not its tentacle-like morphing capability. It's, okay, let's take this average beat-up household kettle. Now, you may ask why there's a kettle here and why this thing has its own category in this list and how the two things interact in any way. Check this out. This thing has magnets in its feet and it can hold pretty sturdy, especially if you figure out in what formation you want to put it on things, and it holds so well. So why is this good, you ask? Well, if you're outside shooting time lapses, shooting anything, you find a railing, you find a lamppost, you find anything that has magnetic metal on it or anything that magnets attract, then you can just pop this thing on it, screw your point and shoot or your camera or your phone or anything on this, and this will hold. The greatest example is I was shooting a time lapse the other night. I was in the middle of London, it was very windy, I was almost blown away. I got this guy, stuck it on a railing, left it there, and look at the footage, how smooth it is. I have not applied any external stabilization to this apart from this guy. Check it out. And this why this I don't consider the same thing as the big Joby, because they serve a very, very different purpose. And this is tiny, you can put it anywhere, you can take it with you. It's very, very cheap, and it's probably one of my favorite things that I carry around every single day with myself. Number 4, a grip for your phone. If you don't have it already, it's very, very useful. You take an arbitrary tripod and you screw it on. It's a normal tripod screw size. What I usually do is I screw it onto this little guy, get my phone, and you just pop your phone in and you have a tripod for your phone. And a magnetic tripod, need I say. And again, I'm starting to sound like a fanboy. This is Joby too. These guys know what you need. The whole product line is amazing. They have a lot of different sizes for these GorillaPods, but I like the largest one and this one better. with this utility and you're set. But this is only 4 out of the 10+1 tools that you will need in your bag if you're a YouTuber. If you're really serious about quality, you're serious about sound quality. To have good sound quality, you'll need this. This is the Rode Video Mic Pro. The best feature about this, apart from the incredible sound quality, is that it has a shockproof mount, which means that it doesn't record the rattling when you're moving your camera around. It takes a battery, but it lasts forever. Sometimes I just leave it on for days on end and it doesn't drain the battery. And the good thing is that you can forget about switching it on or off. You just switch it on once, and when you change the battery, you switch it off and you switch it on again, and it will just be there for you every single time. Not like other microphones I've used where it runs out of battery quickly, you have to turn it off, then you forget to turn it on, and then you lose audio. These guys are good. And also you can get the optional dead cat if you film a lot outside, then this is probably a must. Number 6 out of the 10+1 things that you have to have in your bag if you're a YouTuber: a color reference card. This again is very cheap. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it at every single photo store, just to make your footage color correct, and then you can apply whatever coloring you want. Even if you don't use it in post, just hold this up and set the white balance to this thing, and then your shot will be color perfect, more or less. Depends on your camera, of course, but it should do the trick. Number 7, and this is a personal favorite of mine. I have 2 memory card holders, and I suggest you have 2 as well, and I'll tell you why. When you're out there shooting, doing all sorts of stuff, you don't want to mix up your cards. You don't want to spend time figuring out which one is used, which one's not used, how to manage them whatsoever, keeping them safe, blah blah blah. So I have one that always holds empty cards, and then there's the other one which securely stores all the cards that have been used. This is a case from Pelican. They make amazing products. They know what studio people need, may it be sound, may it be photo, may it be video, lighting, whatever. The cases that they provide are very good. They're usually shockproof, waterproof, anything you can imagine. You don't want your data to be corrupted by dust, by rain, by whatever, especially if, you know, you spend your whole day shooting stuff. Oh, let me stop you there. As I was editing this episode, I realized that I completely missed out number 8. So here it is. Number 8 is a lens pen. You absolutely need a lens pen. On one side you have a brush, and it's very good to brush off the dirt from your lenses, and on the other end you have a carbonized sponge to clean off all the excess dirt. And with the brush you can easily remove dust that would otherwise scratch your lens. You don't have to press on it, you don't have to swipe it, you just have to easily go in there and brush it off without actually causing harm to the lens. And the carbonized sponge on its own is very good to remove any kind of stains that you would have on your lens. There are many videos out there talking about this, how to use this properly. Go ahead, check it out, but you absolutely need one of these in your kit. Okay, so number 9. Number 9 is this little guy. It saved my life so many times. This tiny little thing is a 500 gigabyte SSD drive. You heard it right. This is Samsung's T1 500 gigabyte SSD drive, and this has been my absolute favorite lifesaver of all. It's very light, very portable, you can fit it in your back pocket. I can't say anything negative about it. The build is amazing, the speed is amazing, the software that it comes with is really good. You can encrypt your drive and it doesn't slow down the speed that it copies with. It's very fast, it's very durable, it's very light, you can't even feel it. Like, the heaviest thing of this contraption is the cable itself. So without the cable, it has barely no weight. It's almost the same weight as a business card. Look at its size. That's a regular business card behind it, and it's not even that expensive. So if you go to Amazon, it's around £130, the 500 gigabyte one. It's nothing compared to the pain that you get when your hard drive fills up on your computer. And you can literally fit this next to your wallet or next to your phone or somewhere, and it's not a bulky big thing like any other external hard drive that I've used before. You can throw it around, it doesn't have any mechanical parts in it, it won't fail you, it won't lose data. It's perfect for the vlogger on the move. So number 10 is not one thing, it's multiple things. It's battery chargers in all shapes and sizes, as many as you can get. My suggestion is for every single camera, have at least 3 if not 4 batteries, and have at least 3 or 4 chargers for those batteries. The trick is, this is an original charger for my GX7's battery. It's very good, it works, but it's big, clunky and heavy. You can go online and search for travel chargers or just chargers from other vendors. They're usually much cheaper, and in my case they're much smaller and lighter. Like, this is at least half the size and half the weight, and it does the job exactly the same way, and it's quarter the price. And it even has a USB input, so you don't need a clunky adapter that these guys need. I need to warn you though, you need to go online, read all the reviews, read all the ratings, because custom chargers can ruin your batteries. So read through those ratings and recommendations very carefully, and if multiple people claim that these things ruin their batteries, don't buy them. It doesn't matter how cheap they are, just don't buy them, because they're gonna cause more harm than good, for sure. That concludes the list of the 10 items, and there's one more left. The +1 item is not a necessity, you can get away without having it, but if you're in situations, and if you're filming in situations where sound quality matters, then you absolutely have to have this item. Now, showing this is gonna be a bit tricky because I'm recording this video with it right now. There's my Zoom H4n. Now, there's a windshield on it because the microphone that it has is very, very sensitive. The windshield is not a necessity, but it's good to have, it's nice to have. That's not even on my list, it's just the way that I think of the Zoom, that you need it together. So thanks for watching, I hope this was useful. You can find all the product links down in the description. If you have any thoughts or comments, leave them below in the comment section. So if you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to see more awesome stuff. I usually do daily vlogging, sometimes I do DIY stuff or reviews or tech stuff like this video. So don't miss out, subscribe, like, comment, leave a feedback and share it with your friends, and see you next time.